Hey guys, today's video, we're going to go over how to square your framing square. Now this probably seems strange. Why do you have to square a square? Shouldn't it be square? Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it ain't. You can buy framing squares for $10 to $20, and precision squares can be 10 times that. So I guess it's true. You get what you pay for. But that doesn't mean we have to settle with an out of square square. Even if you get lucky and find a square square, it can still go out of square if you drop it or throw it down. Question, why would anyone throw their square? I don't know, but I have seen it many, many times. So if you're a square thrower or just want a square square, here's how to do it. There are three main parts of a framing square. The body, which is the longer and wider arm of the square, usually 2 inches wide and 24 inches long. The tongue or blade, which is the narrower and shorter arm, usually 1.5 inches wide and 18 inches long. Then the heel, which is the outside corner where the body and blade meet. A line from the heel to the inside corner of the square is where the adjustment will take place. It's very important to reference off a straight edge to get an accurate reading. Place the body of the square against the edge of the board while keeping the blade on the surface. Now draw a line down the blade on the outside. Then flip the square over to the other side of the line, leaving about 32nd of an inch from the first line, and draw another line. If your square is square, the lines will be parallel. If the line gets wider at the top or bottom, then you will have to adjust it. How do you know which way to adjust it? Let's take a look. I'm going to use two protractors to demonstrate. If the square was 90 degrees and we flip it over, the two lines would meet up with no gaps. Let's say the square was 89 degrees. This would be an acute angle, meaning less than 90 degrees, resulting in a gap at the top. If the square was 91 degrees, this would be an obtuse angle, meaning greater than 90 degrees. You would see a gap at the bottom. It's important to understand that 90 degrees is its own classification. Acute is not 90 degrees or less. Acute only means when the angle is less than 90. And obtuse only means when the angle is greater than 90. 90 degrees is simply 90 degrees. Now that we know which way the square is out, we can adjust it. Start by making a line from the heel to the inside corner. Then, using a nail set or center punch, you can strike the square on the line. And depending where you strike it, will cause it to move in the desired direction. But how does this actually work? By striking the square with a point, like the center punch, you're actually forcing the metal to expand slightly. And this expansion is multiplied over the distance of the body and blade. If you strike at the heel, the expansion is in the outward direction, causing the body and blade to move towards each other. Remember from the example, if the angle is obtuse, greater than 90 degrees, you'll have a gap at the bottom. Striking the square on the heel will reduce the angle and bring the square back to 90 degrees. If your square is an acute angle, less than 90 degrees, then strike the square on the inside corner of the line. This causes the metal to expand, pushing the body and blade away from each other, bringing the square back to 90 degrees. Now this can take a couple tries to get the square square. So start out slowly, tap the square in the appropriate corner, then recheck. You can keep expanding the same hole until it no longer changes the square. If you find you need multiple holes, just move up or down the line in the appropriate direction, staying close to the first hole. Here's a tip if you're using an aluminum framing square. Don't. You're welcome. But if you must, know that they are harder to adjust and can go out of adjustment more frequently. Aluminum is much softer, and you're gonna need to make a bigger hole to expand it. Use the same technique we went over. Don't try to smash a hole in one hit, and use a bigger punch. Well, that's it. Pretty simple. And now you can make your square that much more accurate. Thanks for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons before you go, and I'll see you next time.